Hello students, this is Poonam teacher back with a new chapter of Science 2, and that is environmental management. So what do you understand by environment? Environment means our surrounding. There are so many things into our environment. There are so many physical and biological factors present into our environment, and then how to manage it. That all we'll be studying into this chapter. Now, environmental management is useful because our environment is our surrounding. It consists of so many organisms and other artificial factors. So, all these organisms are equally important. See this food chain you can see over here. The food chain means the interdependence of one organism on another. So all the organisms over here are equally important. These are the plants, these are the producers. The plants will be eaten by the grasshoppers. The grasshoppers will be eaten by the frog. Frog will be eaten by the snake. Snake will be eaten by the hawk. When the hawk will die, it will be decomposed by the microorganisms, the decomposers. So all these organisms present over here are equally important, right from the huge animal till the small insects, all are important. So we have to take care about all these factors, because if one of the factor or if one of the organism is removed from the chain will be disturbed and it will indirectly harm our environment. I'll show you this chart over here. See, this represents the ecosystem. I hope you know what is the meaning of ecosystem, as you have already studied this into 9th standard. So ecosystem means the biological community along with other physical factors like that of air, like that of water, like that of temperature and soil and minerals and so on. So there are two parts of ecosystem, that is abiotic components and the biotic components. Then this abiotic component, that means the non-living components, it will be further divided into physical factors and chemical factors. And these biotic components are divided into autotrophic, that means the one who can make their own food, and heterotrophic. Biotic components means the living components who possess life. So this will be further divided into autotrophic, which will prepare their own food, and heterotrophic, which will not prepare their own food, which will have to depend upon the producers for the food. Then when we'll come over here into abiotic components, it is divided into physical factor and the chemical factors. Then this physical factor will be air, water, vapor, minerals, soil, sunlight, and chemical factors will be divided into food. Then this food is further divided into inorganic substances and organic substances. See, what is the difference between inorganic and organic substances? Organic substances, that means of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, that means which contains carbon for sure. And inorganic substances will contain some other elements beside carbon. So maybe like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium, iron, sodium, and potassium. And proteins, carbohydrates, fats, this contains mainly carbon. So whenever this will decompose, it will surely give us carbon. So this is difference between inorganic and organic. Now when we'll come towards biotic components, it is divided into autotrophic and heterotrophic. And then this autotrophic are plants for sure, these are the producers, and heterotrophic can be predators. See, here is one mistake, instead of animals here should be predators. So animals should not come over here, here predators should come. So please make a correction over here, predators and decomposers. Then these animals will be divided, these predators will be divided in, will be further classified as animals, and these decomposers as the microorganisms. Then the animals will be further classified as primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. I'll give you one example over here from the food chain itself. See, this is, we can consider this grasshopper as an animal. So when grasshopper is a primary consumer, then it is eaten by the frog. Frog is eaten by the snake. So this one is primary, this one is secondary, then this one is the tertiary. Like that, I can give you one more example, that if a bird is there, a bird is eating an insect, so the bird is going to be the primary consumer. Then the bird will be eaten by a cat. Cat is going to be the secondary consumer. The cat will be eaten by the dog or maybe any tiger. So that tiger is going to be the tertiary consumer. Like this, the entire chart is presented over here. I hope you have understood what is the meaning of ecosystem.